Hi, this will be my final lecture for the class. I wanted to take the time to wrap up a little bit about the ending of the last lecture that got cut off due to time, and then introduce you to the guidelines for your persuasive speech. So first, if you wish to take part in an extra credit opportunity, you can do the fallacy matching quiz, which is under tab 7. That is 100% optional. There's no credit loss for not doing it, but you do have the opportunity for some extra credit. So leading into the final speech you are going to be giving in this class. This speech is worth 250 points, so it is 25% of your grade. Because of that, I have a lot of demands on this, so make sure that you are taking plenty of time to write, practice, and that you come up with a good time to present your speech. So first, I want to go over what the topic of your speech is going to be. So I want you to answer, write a speech on, and defend your answer to the following question. What is one way you wish you could change the world for the better? This could be donating to a cause, taking part in a cause, curing a disease, eliminating student loans. Any way that a positive change can be made in the world is an acceptable topic. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for the introduction to have the standards, the attention grabber, the preview of the speech, the thesis statement. The body has to be cohesive and informative about your topic. It has to contain outside evidence to support your topic. All of the information that you share in the body of your speech must support your central idea or your thesis. Conclusion has to summarize the main points of your speech and have a strong, clear clincher or ending. Delivery. I'm going to be listening for your vocals, your enunciation, pronunciation, articulation, volume, inflection, rate, vocal pauses. I'm also going to be paying attention to your eye contact, to your gestures, to your posture. And this specific speech, I will also be grading on appearance. Are you dressed in business casual, appropriate clothes? On your outline, it does not need to be printed, but it must be well written, organized, properly written, meaning properly formatted with properly cited sources, and that includes a works cited page, and it must be turned in on time. Your cited sources have to be cited properly in the speech. They must be credible sources, and you have to have at least 4 sources, one of which cannot be an internet source. These must be properly stated in your speech and relate back to your thesis and must be included on your works cited page. Your note card. I want to see it. And just like all of the other note cards I've had, your intro and conclusion can be written out word for word, but it's not necessary and it's not required. But if you want to write them out word for word, you have that option. But the body of your speech can only have key words, and then your citations may also be written out word for word. Your time, it must be in the 5 to 7 minute range, and I give you a 15-second grace period on either side. You have to have a visual aid in your speech. So remember when we talked about visual aids in tab 3, we talked about visual aids. I think it was. No, sorry, I apologize. That was tab 4. Tab 4 in the last chapter, in that chapter 11, it looks like. Chapter 11, we went all about visual aids. So what kind of visual aid you choose to use is up to you. You can do a PowerPoint if you can figure out how to make that work while recording. You can do a poster board. You can do a picture. You can do whatever kind of visual aid you want. However, please make sure that it is never blocking the camera so that there should be no point during your speech where I cannot see you. So if you do a PowerPoint presentation, it needs to be on a different computer than the one you're recording on. I'm also grading you this time on preparedness, meaning that your speech must have flow. Your note cards must be supplementary versus being dependent on them. And then I'm also grading you on persuasiveness, and this is a new one too. You must have a clear persuasive claim and assertion. You have to have a clear persuasive pattern. You must have minimal fallacies. You have to use all the 3 types of persuasive techniques: logos, pathos, and ethos. Basically, your persuasiveness is the audience persuaded? Am I persuaded by what you have to say? So this is where you're going to want to make sure that you are being as persuasive as possible. We are using all of the techniques we've covered in tab 7 to put forth the strongest persuasive technique you can have. And here, the number one thing people tend to lose money or lose points on is that they don't have that final component to a persuasive speech, which is what is the desired outcome you have for the audience? Is it to think about something? Is it to donate to a cause? Is it to donate our time to a cause? Is it to research? Is it to write our senators? What do you want us to do because of all this wonderful evidence you've talked to us about? If you get us to agree with you, what do you want us to do now that we're on your side? And then the last final thing, which is a new thing here, so I'm actually going to bold this so you can keep an eye on it. I'm requiring you for this speech, when you record it and submit it to me, you must have an audience in the room with you. You must have at least 4 people in the audience with you when you are presenting your speech. So what you'll do is you'll take the camera, you'll turn it around, you'll scan so I can count 1, 2, 3, 4 people, you'll spin it back around, you'll place it, and you'll present. My reason for this is because this is a public speaking class, so I want at least one speech where you are speaking to a public. Who those 4 people are, I don't care. It can be your children, it can be your friends, it can be your family. They do have to be old enough to understand the speech. So talking to 4 infant children will not be acceptable. So I will say 4 young adults to adults. So I will leave that to your discretion, but so long as they are able to understand what you're saying, they count as an audience member, and I require 4. So you will lose points under the audience section right here for if you do not have the required number of people. So what are the points breakdown? 15 points for the intro, 15 points for the conclusion, 25 points for the outline, 10 points for the note card. Your visual aid is worth 15 points. How persuasive you are is worth 30 points. Your body's worth 20 points. Delivery and cited sources are your highest ranking ones, and those are both 40 points. Your time is 10 points. How prepared are you is 15 points. And your audience is also 15 points, which brings you to the 250 point assignment. So don't drag your feet on this. Don't wait till the last moment, or you will see that reflected in your grades. If you have any other questions or concerns for me regarding the persuasive speech, let me know. Otherwise, good luck to you, and I can't wait to hear what you have to share with me.